So today is June 22nd, 2021. That's me. There you go. Okay. You're on camera. No worries. So, what are the most important factors that you consider before moving to a new city?
Oh, I think I need several factors to
Mm-hmm.
when I choose a city that I like the most.
Mm-hmm.
That factors could be things like diversity, people,
Mm-hmm.
different people that I like to engage with.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know how different people move, think,
Yeah.
and things like that. So
Great.
that's the reason I like big cities, because
Mm-hmm.
in small cities it's very difficult to find that kind of diversity I need.
Yeah, a
So,
diverse atmosphere.
yeah.
Do you feel like Donostia is big enough to support diversity? No. You don't think it's a diverse place?
I don't think so.
So, do you feel like So, you're saying diversity is a very important factor,
Yeah.
but you're willing to sacrifice it a bit to live here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. There are another things. There are where live people you like, and partner.
Yeah.
And it's very important in the end. In another case, there are other factors, good environment.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that Donosti has good enough in order to choose.
Yeah, right.
The city, the sea, I like the sea, I like the beach, I like the mountains here. I like these kind of things, and there isn't in Donosti too much contamination. Does exist?
Contamination, great.
Yeah.
Or pollution, you could say
pollution,
too.
Yeah. Because, for example, Madrid, a city where I lived, I've been for 3 years.
Wow.
Until 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's completely polluted.
Yeah. The air quality is very bad, right?
The air quality is terrible.
Yeah. And what are they doing in Madrid to help to improve the air quality, for example? Are they doing anything?
They try to get out the traffic, but that was something the last government tried, and the new government, when they came to power.
Yeah, when they came into power.
Started to change all the politics the others had put
in place.
Yeah. So I don't know if they are doing things very right right now.
Yeah, it's difficult. The same problem, I have the same problem in my city too, in Phoenix, and especially in the summer when it's hot. It's very difficult because Phoenix is in a valley, so the heat gets trapped in the valley, and that's why, for example, it's 48 degrees normally, because the heat doesn't go anywhere. So in the same way, it's the pollution can get trapped too, depending on the weather. And we have a lot of days that put out pollution warnings on the news because it's very high and it's very toxic to go outside on top of the heat. Right? It's difficult.
10 years ago, the last government in the same party that is nowadays, put all the tools to know about the degree of pollution.
Yeah.
Put all the tools in a park outside the city.
Really? Wow.
In order to get good results.
Exactly.
So,
skewing the results.
Yeah.
That's the way we say it. If someone messes with the results, we say to skew them. To skew results means to look at the results in a way that favors your hypothesis or your agenda.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
But every government does something like that, right? There's always
that's true.
yeah.
That's true.
Interesting.
Okay.
And are the people in Madrid, are they interested in the environment and climate change, for example?
There are completely different ideas, but
Yeah.
I suppose that if they are able to or they tend to vote to right parties,
Yeah.
is because they don't care enough
Yeah. About it.
about pollution and about. I think so, but
Yeah.
I know all kind of people. If I had to say, depending on depending on people I knew there,
Yeah.
I would say that all Madridians
Yeah.
care about this
The environment,
kind of thing,
because that's your environment.
but that's not true.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good perspective.
so
I know. It's
I
interesting.
think that my friends there weren't diverse enough.
That's true. Yeah, man, it's difficult to have friends of different political parties around you. You have to make an effort to be surrounded by diversity and different ideas like that too. So, oh man. And in Donosti, for example, the air quality is generally very good. But a lot of it is where the carbon dioxide gets absorbed by the ocean, right?
Yeah.
So what is it? I think it was a lot. I want to say it was about 40% of the carbon dioxide that we emit goes into the ocean, right? I'm not positive about the percentage, but I know it's a lot. Huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you wrong.
As well as that, it's a very green place.
Yeah.
And it rains a lot. So
True. True. No, it's true. It's the environment is. It's Donosti is known for the surrounding area and the environment and landscape. Good. Okay. What's another factor you have there?
No, I like cities where I can commute easily.
Yeah. Exactly.
This city, for example, that this is very small and it's easy to have a net of to commute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a moto or a car, or do you take public transportation? How do you get around?
I have a car, but usually I commute by bike.
Nice.
With my bike or by public bus.
Great. Nice.
I don't use never my car.
Almost never, yeah.
Almost never.
That's what people say all the time. They say, "Oh no, I have a bike or I have a car, but I never really use it."
Yeah.
So interesting.
I use that to go to mountains or to go to see another cities or towns. Or
for vacation and things.
Yeah.
Are you going on vacation this summer?
I know. I'll be 1 week in the Pyrenees.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where in the Pyrenees?
In Catalonia, in Valdeboy.
Okay.
Of the place.
Huh. And are you camping there, or what are you doing there?
In a house or little
cabin,
apartment, little flat.
Okay.
And with the idea of hiking mountains there.
Cool.
There is a very famous park next to or inside the valley.
Yeah.
But in fact, it's not a valley. It's few valleys.
Okay.
Lots
a few
them.
different areas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different valleys and different. You can go inside the park from very different places.
Wow. Very cool. Is this near Valle de Huesca? Or no? Or is Valle de Huesca?
Yeah, it's near. Yeah.
Okay.
It's near.
Because I know where that is on a map. Where is that related to Valle de Huesca?
Yeah. Yes. Once you trespass the space.
Once you cross.
Yes. Yeah. Just you cross the Huesca.
Yeah.
You will find one valley that goes to Aram Valley.
Okay.
And this place can be good.
Could be good, yeah, or is good.
From this valley, so
can be accessed from this valley.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could say you can get there from that valley.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
wow.
It's near Huesca.
And are you going with friends or are you going alone?
No, I don't know.
Alone.
No,
Ah,
no,
very
no,
good.
no.
So what does it mean to go hiking for you though? Because for me, a hike is very intense for about an hour and a half. But for my French friends, a hike is like 7 hours long.
It's more 7 hours long
Okay,
than
okay, this must be a European thing.
yeah.
So all day.
Yeah, from well, sometimes for 4 hours to 7. Sometimes can 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 be more than 10 hours.
Wow.
Not no no only sometimes.
Yeah. So you're a real hiker then.
Well, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. But for
Good.
me, more than intensity is the possibility to talk to with
Yeah.
people I go with and to feel all the environment,
Yeah.
feel the nature,
Right. To feel immersed in nature, to lose yourself
as
in
well
nature.
as the physical activity that
For
I
sure.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I think there aren't better sport than this.
And hiking. I agree. I like hiking because it's like you said, you have the community element where you can be with friends and you get to know people in a different way.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain if you haven't done it, right? But also, like, you get to see amazing places together and have the experiences, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
I like it.
And when you go alone, it's a very good opportunity to know people, to
Yeah.
meet new people.
Exactly, to get to meet them.
Yeah.
I agree. So, when you go for like 7 hours, do you bring a lunch then, or do you like plan out where you're going to eat and stop?
No, with 7 hours, I need
Food,
some
exactly.
Food. Yeah. If I do less than 4 hours, for example, I try not to eat anything.
Okay. Not even a snack, not a granola bar, something.
If I'm very hungry,
yes. Okay.
It's not. I'm not going to eat nothing.
Okay.
It's not that.
Yeah.
But
You're not
I try
prohibiting
not to
yourself.
do because I think it's good to my body.
Yeah, for your body. Yeah.
For my body, yeah.
Good. I think so too. To have an opportunity to cleanse and just work out. Yeah. Oh, very good.
It's like if my body learned to eat what it needs.
Exactly.
From
your supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I agree. I think the same. My dad is a cyclist, and he always talks about macronutrients and stored fats and stored energy and all of the scientific stuff. And I always like hearing his perspective. Because, for example, if he goes on a ride for 4 or 5 hours, he'll have very specific minutes that he needs to eat or drink things. And he'll say, no, I have a 3-minute window to eat a meal, or I have 3 minutes. And he plans everything out very specifically.
It's interesting.
Yeah, he's very intense. But yeah, so hiking is the same, I guess, where you probably need to fuel your body, but only past a certain point, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
and skiing too.
I'm not so strict with my. I don't have rules that.
Good.
Like that.
Yeah, you're not restrictive.
No, it's more how I feel.
Good.
Every moment.
Yeah, listening to your body.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I know. I think I know to. I think I know to do that. To feel, to heal my body.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a practice, right? Yeah. Where is the best place you've gone for hiking?
Oh, I have any doubt. It's Dolomite.
In Italy. Wow. When did you go there?
4 years ago. I went to.
Yes. How long has it been since you've gone to the Dolomites?
It's been 3 or 4 years since I went there.
Great. Yeah. Great. And did you go there alone?
No, with my partner. I went with my partner.
Oh, exciting.
And it was incredible, amazing. It was the first climb I reached. I started crying.
Wow. Because it was so beautiful.
It was so beautiful. It was incredible.
Wow, I've heard the same. My friend here is from Forlì, just outside of Bologna, and she and her boyfriend went to the Dolomites last year, last summer, and they said, I live right there, but I've never been there. So she said it was expensive to enter the park and to camp there, but it was completely worth it.
Yeah,
So,
that is true.
wow.
It's true.
Huh. And have you ever been to Mont Blanc?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, no, I didn't go to the climb.
Okay. You haven't
the,
climbed it.
no.
Okay. To
But
the summit.
I've been there in the Italian side.
Okay. Yeah.
Courmayeur and
Wow.
Aosta Valley.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. I would love to travel. I mean, through all of Italy, but the north is so special.
Yeah.
The nature is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Aosta Valley has several of the most famous mountains in the Alps.
Really? Like
Mont Blanc, Cervino,
okay.
Mount Mountain Rosa, I don't know.
Rosa. Huh.
Rosa Mountain.
Okay. Rosa. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Very good.
Yeah. And Gran Paradiso.
Okay.
And I went to the south of the valley in Gran Paradiso and these valleys.
Yeah.
And
wow.
It was amazing.
That would be so good. I'm very excited that you get to go and you're spending a week there. So are you going in August or in a different time? Okay, in August. Great. I think you told me that last time we chatted.
Yeah.
Something about it. I know you were planning.
It's possible.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't remember very well, but yeah.
Good. Okay. So, some more factors. What else is important to you when choosing a new city?
Oh, I like that the city has a very rich musical and cultural life.
Great. Yeah. Very important. Mm-hmm.
Not only museums, but concert.
Yeah.
Little. How do you say when you go to a little concert?
A little show. A live concert, or you would say, I would say a show.
A show.
Mm-hmm. Or a performance. You could say, yeah, there's a show tonight. Mm-hmm. Okay. Small show.
Small shows with
cool.
40, 100, 200 people.
Wow.
No more than that.
Yeah, no more, and then it's a festival, right?
I like that, but I think I prefer this kind of small concert.
Yeah.
Which you can feel that energy that comes from the scenery.
The performers, right?
Performers.
Yeah. Do you like Jazzaldi?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have never seen a real one. I went to Jazzaldi last year, and there was something in Cursal. They had some things, but it wasn't like the concert on the beach, and yeah, I was disappointed.
Sometimes I'm in love with the concerts in the beach. Sometimes they are fantastic. People that I didn't know before going there.
Yeah.
And in the end, it results fantastic.
Yeah.
Good, very good.
You end up having a great time, right? Yeah. Good. Huh. And how long has it been since you've gone to a concert? Any concert. Or your last good concert, for example.
My last good concert.
Yeah.
It's been maybe 5 months since I went to my last concert.
And tell me about it.
It was in Dabadaba.
Okay.
It was a little concert, a small concert.
I like Dabadaba. Yeah. And who was it? Who did you see?
Stockholm. What's the name of the...
Stockholm. Yeah. Interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a Nordic name, but I'm not sure. I'm not completely positive that it was that.
Could have been Stockholm, right?
I think it's Stockholm. It was a group from Donosti.
Cool.
Donosti, or one of the performers was
Donostiarra. Wow. And what kind of music did they play? What genre?
A little bit between jazz and some kind of experimental stuff.
Yeah, like post-rock sounds and interesting. That's really cool.
Mm.
I haven't been to Daba Daba for a very long time. I mean, I went this year. They had a Valentine's brunch, so my friends and I we got tickets to the brunch event, and I think it was like €10, and they feed you three different plates, and they put on music, and it was really fun. And so we all celebrated our friend Valentine's. And then, I think they had a concert that evening too, but we didn't go. So, but it's been so long since I've been to a concert.
Yeah, it's been so long for everybody.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the new reality.
Without real concerts.
Yeah, I know.
It's very difficult.
So, I heard that they were going to have, the big festival in, what is it called? BBK in Bilbao.
Mm-hmm.
That they were going to make it twice as big for next year. I heard a rumor. I don't know. Because they canceled it this year.
Yeah.
Because I think it's normally in June, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But I heard they were going to try to bring even bigger performers and make it huge for next year.
Oh.
Probably to make money, right? But we'll see.
There was another little place, small place.
Yeah.
Near Dava, that is Bukowski.
Bukowski, huh?
Yeah, it's a pub.
Yeah. And what kind of music? I don't know it.
All kinds of music.
Really?
Yeah. I've been there mostly for rock and roll. Concerts.
Cool. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
What is your favorite kind of music?
It's very difficult to say, but in the end, it's true that rock and roll. It's
always good.
Preferred stuff.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Music, yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
No,
nothing. Have you ever played an instrument in the past?
No, only my voice.
Okay, singing. But singing is an instrument. Yeah, it's the best instrument. Yeah, good.
When I was a child, I was in a chorus.
In choir, yeah. In choir. Wow. In school or like outside of school? Okay. Nice. And did you like it?
I like to sing, but not that kind of music.
Not the kind of music. Was it traditional, classical, or religious? Yeah. Yeah, that's difficult to convince
Not only
kids.
the music, but the environment, the people. It was very
very strict.
Very strict.
They have a really good choir here in Rosti, right?
Yeah.
Or a few choirs. A few groups. I don't know. There was another student who sang. Of what?
The Orpheon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know the other one.
I don't remember. But I know we have a student here who was involved in one of the choirs in some way. I think she sang there actually. I don't remember. Somebody told me that once. And I was surprised. I thought, wow, you must have a really good voice. Because people know it. So good.
Yeah.
I play
like all kind of music.
Yeah.
Soul music, African music.
Soul. I love soul. Blues is my favorite, I think. It's hard because I feel like I don't ever search for jazz or blues unless I'm studying or doing something like a long task. But it's one of my favorite concerts is like to go and sit and just have a drink with friends and listen to blues or soul music, and it's just you feel it, It's so good. Plus, I feel like the history in the U.S. is very cool with jazz and blues and like the communities, the African American communities and influence, and it's really cool.
You were saying that you play an instrument.
I do. I play guitar and piano. But guitar less than piano. I've played piano since I was about 5, and I haven't played since I've lived here. So I don't know if I still play or not, but but guitar. Now I have a guitar, and I've been learning guitar for the past 5 or 6 years, and I really like it too. It's much easier. Yeah. It's good because you can travel easily with the guitar. It's more difficult to travel with a grand piano, right? But yeah, I miss it. I feel like if I go through like 6 months or something where I don't play an instrument, I don't realize, but I'll start to feel like overwhelmed. And then if I get back into the instrument, I think, wow, this is what I was missing. Like, wow, I feel so good again. So, Yeah. So I'm hoping if I go back to the U.S. in August, I can spend a whole month just playing.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My sister learned piano too, but I think it depends what, I don't know. I had the patience for piano, and she was more energetic, athletic than I was. So, yeah.
It has the piano has something I can't describe
Yeah.
what kind of feelings gives to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's some special. It's something that I didn't realize until few years ago.
Yeah.
I started feeling that I liked the piano
Mm-hmm.
much more than I knew.
Yeah. Much more than you realized, yeah.
Yeah, I realized
Huh.
things like in jazz music,
Yeah.
for example, with Gillespie or Gillespie, I don't know how to say
The
in
what?
English. Gillespie or Gillespie?
Gillespie.
Gillespie.
I don't know which word that is. Describe it.
It's a trumpetist,
Uh-huh.
a famous trumpetist from the age of the
Ah.
Europe.
Ah. I don't know. I have to look that up. I wonder if I've heard it and I just don't recognize it.
It's
Write it down.
It's Gillespie.
Gillespie.
I don't know
I
how
just
to spell that.
I don't recognize it. No.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, much more than the trumpet, you're saying.
It's trumpet, but trumpet is about.
Huh.
In the band, always they had some part of the songs are piano.
Yeah, right. I think that's the cool part is when piano becomes like a percussion instrument. When it keeps the rhythm and other instruments can do the melody. Yeah. I like it. But instruments they make life so much better. You have to start. You have to find another one.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. I'm telling you. For me, it definitely makes life 100% better. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But it's about finding the time and practicing and everything, right?
Yeah. I suppose you can be in a very different mood. Not crazy, but
yeah,
it's when your brain start to go not alone.
Yeah.
It's you. But
yeah. You kind of step out of your body, right?
Yeah.
You step out of yourself.
Without auto control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we have a term that's an out of body experience, and I'm sure some of the great pianists or great musicians have that moment where it's like you're here, but you feel so into the music that you don't realize you're present, right? But I mean, I'm not that good of a pianist to have that moment, but it's true that like you just feel it, like it's just a way to express yourself. So, yeah. Any instrument, any discipline, right? Like cooking for a chef is the same.
So no, cooking, I don't see cooking
in that way. No. I don't know.
I can, because when I sing could be similar.
Yeah.
I like singing in the car, for example. And it's crazy.
A full concert. Good. I love that.
Yeah. But when I cook, I don't feel anything like that.
Well, maybe cooking is not your thing.
No.
maybe singing is your calling and cooking is not.
No, cooking is my favorite activity.
No. Oh, I love cooking.
Yeah.
What are some of your activities or interests that you would like to develop in the next few years?
That would one.
Cooking.
That would be, no, not cooking. Singing or playing an instrument.
Music.
Play music.
Great. And what else? What's another one?
Another one. There are things. I don't remember.
Now that I'm asking you, you forget them.
No, I would like to start mostly traveling.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I haven't tried enough in my life.
Yeah.
Because different things, different reasons.
Yeah.
And
but now you're here and you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
good.
I think a lot about it.
Exactly. So where would you go? Like, maybe respecting your list or something, do you have certain cities that you would visit based on these things, or is it a different
No, it's
list?
different.
Yeah.
It's different.
So what is like your list for traveling then? What are things you're interested in or looking at? Culture, probably, diversity, people.
Different cultures, to try to meet and know different people, but with lots of differences comparing to us.
Yeah. For example, what are like 2 or 3 places you would like to visit around the world?
Places like Vietnam or Korea, Japan, China.
Yeah. Wow.
I know they are completely different to each other, but
exactly.
This area I would like to know. Black Africa. Too.
Yeah. I know. I feel like as a Western society, we often group those cultures as it's African culture, it's Asian culture, and maybe we know a few things, but it's so rich and diverse between all of the different countries.
And in America, Mexico and Peru.
Yeah.
Both.
Mexico would be amazing. Yeah. I would love to go spend at least a few months and discover spots in Mexico and the cenotes and different beaches and jungle, everything. Chichen Itza.
And also, I know that it's important to travel no matter what the kind of trip you make.
Exactly.
But I'd like to go there to those places, and most like you do, not living there for a while.
Yeah, right.
Trying to understand the place you live.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part.
Not only the one in vacations.
Yeah,
in holidays,
the resorts. No, and I think that's a good perspective. I like that, where it's not about you going to a place and what you can get from it, but just you going there and trying to experience what life means to that group of people. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's really important because in Arizona, for example, usually a lot of students in the university go to Cancun or they go to Cabo for spring break. We have a week of spring break in the university, and they only stay at resorts usually if their parents have money, or they only stay in the city, and they never explore the area. And I think, well, I'm sure they have amazing vacations, but I don't know. I don't think I would like that as much. It would feel a little inauthentic to me.
Traveling should be a different thing of different activities, meeting people, understanding why people do the things that they do.
Yeah.
And trying to understand a different way of thinking.
Exactly. Kind of opening or being open to the idea of other cultures. Yeah. Is that why you're interested in learning English in part? Is for traveling?
No, I have to recognize. No, I have to. Yeah, but I started mostly because I needed to my job.
Okay. To recognize, no, we would say I have to admit.
I have to admit.
Yeah. That is mainly for my job. Yeah. Good.
It's a false friend.
Yeah. I know that one's difficult.
I needed that. I knew something, but I needed to improve my English for work. But on the other hand, it's fantastic to be able to go abroad and meet people.
Right. I would, like you were saying too, even in Asia, I would love to go visit Korea, for example. I have a few friends who are interested, like very obsessed, interested in Korean culture, and a lot of them are starting to learn Korean because it's one of the easiest languages to learn. From if you're coming from English as your first language and going to some sort of an Asian language, they say Korean is a great one to begin with because I don't remember. I feel like they have less sounds or there's less letters in the alphabet or something. And they said when you're going from writing letters like we know the Roman, what is it, Roman alphabet, no,
Mm-hmm.
to different characters, they said it's an easier transition.
Okay.
But I don't know. Plus the culture is amazing. The food is amazing.
And there is another place that I last year I was convinced
Mm-hmm.
that I would go
Mm-hmm.
in 1 year or 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And it's Iran.
Iran.
Yeah.
Wow. I know very little about Iran. That's
It's
amazing.
one of the most unknown
Exactly.
places in the world.
Yeah.
We know mostly because all the stuff we hear about nuclear deals and
exactly war,
and,
nuclear,
and
exactly.
religion and but all the things I heard from people that has been there
that have been there.
that have been, people that have been there fantastic things.
Wow. That's amazing. I think you're right. That's another area where the culture is fantastic, and we have an idea that's created by the news of that country too.
I don't know if it would be very different for women.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. That's more difficult and I don't know that.
I'm sure it's a different reality, but it would still be amazing to go though. I have before in my last year in the university, I worked as a kind of like an English teacher for different international students. And one of my best friends was from Kuwait. And he said, no, our little country is fantastic too. Everybody talks about going to Iraq, Iran, to Afghanistan, different places, and they're missing Kuwait. And so he was trying to teach me a bit about Kuwaiti culture and the people. And he said, Haley, whenever you want, you can come visit my family. We live in a beautiful palace. Like, I'll take you to the beach, everything. So I said, Abdul, of course, I'll go. Give me a few years to settle my life a bit, and I'll text you. Right. So.
Kuwait is not a place I thought about it.
No, you wouldn't think about it. No. I wouldn't either. I feel like we lack so much geography and just history in general in the U.S. We learn a lot about American history and culture and very little about other places. So I probably couldn't even name half of the countries in the Middle East. It's embarrassing how few I know and how little I know about each culture. So, yeah, it's a great idea to go to Iran. And do you like Middle Eastern food?
Really, I like all the food in the world.
I like all food, like period. That's a great statement, yeah.
When I lived in Madrid, one of the things I liked most was the possibility to try all the foods in good food.
Yeah.
Coming from every point.
Everywhere.
I like to go to Peruvian food, to Mexican food, Korean food, Japanese food.
Yeah.
What more? There were more.
Other things.
What was Chinese
food?
Chinese, but not typical Chinese food.
No, good Chinese food. Yeah.
Good and food from a region of the mountains inside China.
Yeah. Was there a specific restaurant it was regional food? Wow. What do you remember?
It was if I saw that place, I could recognize that.
Okay, let me find a map of China on.
Let's see. Remember the name.
We're out of time too. Why is it always like this? We get chatting, and then I don't realize the time. Let me look for it. Map of China. You can search around. I ask you because, or if you know the name of the restaurant too, because I would love.
The name of the restaurant was the name of the region.
Of the region, okay. Okay, we'll see if you can find it. If not, no worries. Because I would love to plan a weekend trip to Madrid.
Middle of
inside.
China.
Okay. Do you remember which part of Madrid it was in, or the district or something?
Yeah, it was near Chueca.
Chueca. Okay.
It's not. It was just
Before.
Before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just before.
Chueca.
Crossing to Chueca.
Ah, okay. Before Chueca. Nice. I'll write this down. I'm trying to plan a few little trips for the summer, like maybe 2 days or something. And I always like
Sichuan.
Sichuan.
Yeah.
Sichuan. Okay. There we go. I'll write it. Sichuan. Sichuan. Perfect. Well, thank you for the recommendation.
It must be a very good restaurant because it's only there. There are only Chinese people.
Okay, that's how you know, right?
Yeah.
It's the same in every place. I know. It's the same with learning about where the good Mexican food sites are in the U.S. or in Arizona. The good Mexican food. It's usually not very expensive, and there's always a ton of people just hanging out, like sobremesa, that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's amazing. Well, thank you for the recommendation. Let's see. Let me stop this.